Wow, Jen, you are fast. I don't know how you did that. It's good to see you. I barely pushed the button and there you were. That makes me feel good you were that fast. It also makes me hope that they got YouTube got my notification out quickly. Oh, so what have you been doing today? Hi, Ruth. It's good to see you. Have y'all had a good day today? Hi, Janet. Happy you're here. I'm going to work on my traveling journal cover that Lisa Elaine sent to me. And I'm looking forward to playing with this. Good. Good. I'm glad the heat's gone down a little bit. Yesterday, we had a really nice and cool day. It was amazing. Today it got back warm again, but we definitely had warmer, so I'm not going to complain. 85 or whatever it was is not bad. Oh, yay, Janet. We can work on them together. I've decided that I want to make mine a vintage sewing theme. And so I took some of my grandmother's sewing stuff and a fire. Yay, Ruth. That's wonderful. We don't even we have in our house an old gas fireplace, and it's the house was built in 1929, so you can imagine how old that fireplace is. And it is not, I don't know, it may have been upgraded to a gas fireplace, sometime after that. I don't think they would have had, gas fireplaces then, but I may be wrong. But anyway, it's still, a little scary. So when we moved in, we just built a bookcase right over the front of it. So you don't even know there's a fireplace there. Janet's book is going to be vintage travel. Cool. I love vintage anything. That's I guess my favorite thing. But I had some of my grandmother's sewing stuff, and I want to make a journal all about her and with her stuff. So I just made copies of her stuff to use on this. And she had these books. There were 4 of them, I think. How to make dresses, shortcuts to home sewing, how to make children's clothes, and how to make draperies, slipcovers, cushions, and other home furnishings. And these were all, this one didn't come out very good, but some of them, one of them's 1930. No, 2 of them were in 1930, one's in 31 and one's in 32 when these were printed. But they came as a set sometimes. So, oh, hey, Rose, go enjoy your phone call, and we'll be here when you get back. Anyway, I thought I might want to use one of these images, but they're really pretty big. After I got these all printed off, I thought, I could have shrunk these down and made them smaller. And if I'd shrunk all this stuff down, I could have got more stuff on here. So, oh well, live and learn. Anyway, I have the covers of those, and then I have the front page. I wanted to read you the beginning of one of them. Let's see if I can figure out which one it was. No, it's not that one. It's not that one. Okay. Well, where did I read that? Okay. Excuse me. This was from the front cover page of How to Make Dresses The Modern Singer Way, published by Singer Sewing Machine Company. And it says in the foreword, woman's creative instinct and love of beautiful things constantly tempt her to make for herself the many kinds of dresses called for by the modern wardrobe. Oh, I think that's funny. It doesn't me, because it tempts me to make a lot of other things, but not that. But that's not the one I was really wanting to read. So now I've got to find, where is it? I know it was in one of these books, and that's why I printed them all off. I didn't imagine it. Well, maybe I did imagine it. Maybe it was in something else and that I didn't make a copy of. Well, that's disappointing, because I really wanted to read the first well, I'm sorry. If I find it later, I'll read it to you. But anyway, I had these books, and then some 2 different kinds of snaps, and here's the front and back of that one, and the front and back of that one. They really made, even the most mundane things beautiful then. And then this is the cover to the book that came with her sewing machine. She had a Bel Air sewing machine that she got in the 40s, I think. It may have been the early 50s. Anyway, I had that sewing machine too. But and this is the inside first page of that book that's the cover of. And then she had I got some pretty needle books. And this is the outside and the inside of that book. And then the outside and inside of that book. Needles don't come in pretty packages like this anymore. Oh. Yeah, that book, it was my grandmother's too. Isn't that cool? Hi, Patricia. It's good to see you. And then I had this pattern. This books. Well, how did I get 2 of those? Somewhere I messed up. And so I thought those might be fun as well. But the hard part is going to be deciding what to put, on this this journal, which is really small, compared to these things. I mean, I look at this needle pate book, and if I fold it like it was, it's almost as big as this journal. So I don't know. I may end up just doing a collage of parts of things, or having things overlooking other things. I don't know. I also have some vintage lace that I wanted to put on there. I don't want to put very much embellishment, because we want to make it easy to travel, but I can't imagine making a sewing journal without a little bit of lace. So I got these 2 little pieces that I may use to do that with. So now I have to decide. I really love this one. It's just so cute. So I may use it. Also, it's been burned. Not sure how that happened. My grandmother did smoke, so she may have smoked on it. That may have been how it got burned. I don't know. But I'd like to use some, of this stuff as well. And I may end up just tearing off pieces of these and putting in there collage style too. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought y'all were gone. Sorry. Put the lace going across the top and the bottom. That's a good idea. I hadn't really, thought that much about it. I also had some old zippers that I thought might be fun to put, like right here. But that would bulk it up too much, I think. So of course I don't think I have enough. I mean, I have more of this. I just didn't bring enough, I don't think, to do both the top and the bottom with the same lace. Well, I do of this one. I have enough to do them both the same here. Once I cover this up, this one would show up. Right now, it didn't hardly even show up. This one is lighter weight and would probably show up better, but I don't think I have enough of it. Oh, yeah, I do. Okay. I could go all the way across with both of them. But, yeah, you could add it afterwards. I just thought these were so lightweight, they probably wouldn't be an issue to go ahead and add them in while I'm doing it, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to start by cutting some stuff out. I know that's boring, but hi, Susan. It's good to see you. This one that's the daisy snaps. On the bottom of it, it says, remember to sew firmly. They wanted to make sure that you got a good result with their product. Oh, I don't want to use those scissors. Good grief. Hi, Mary. I'm working on my traveling journal cover. I'm making a vintage sewing. That's going to be the theme of my traveling journal. Oh. I was telling everybody after I got this stuff printed off and came out here that I kind of wished I had shrunk everything down. Then I could have gotten more stuff on here. But I didn't think of that until it was too late and I was supposed to already be out here doing stuff. So I'm sorry I didn't get these cut out beforehand. Had a full day today. So y'all are going to have to watch me cut stuff out. The inside of the journal, sure, just a sec. Well, I got it's like that and then like this. It's got 3 sheets of paper in it, so it makes 6 pages. And it's stapled together. Hi, Holly. Is that good enough, Janet, for you to see what's inside it? Or do you want me to take those papers out? I taped them down so they would stay put. Oh, you're welcome. Facebook keeps giving me notifications right on my screen, and don't really want to pay attention to that at the moment. I think I'm going to do, this is let me get it off here and I'll show you. This is for hooks and eyes. It's got some on there. think you can see them. I didn't think it would copy very good because those kind of would made it bumpy, but it copied really well. I was pretty pleased with it. It's fun to get to work with this stuff, even if it's not the original stuff, to get to work with stuff out of my grandmother's box. Well, what is going on here? I keep losing the chat. Oh, I didn't see today's video, so I don't know about a pocket. I know you were supposed to put information about yourself or something on the front inside, and a place for people to write, write when they got the journal and when they sent it off on the inside of the back. But I haven't watched that video today, so I didn't get that information. Yeah, this one I think is 5 by 7. Let me measure it. Yeah, well, this one looks like it's 5.5 almost by 7. 5.5 by 7. Oh, that's a good idea. I think a pocket's a great idea. I just hadn't. I may put a piece of fabric to make my pocket. No, that it would have to be thin fabric because that would be really heavy. So I'll make a thin, maybe a lace pocket. I have to show y'all what I got at the Salvation Army store today. Okay, this is not my style of dress, off one shoulder thing. I'm not into that. But look at the lace on this. Isn't that just beautiful? And it was half price day, so I got it for $1.50 with all that beautiful lace. So I may use some of that to make a pocket. It's really lightweight though, so it might, I don't know how it would hold up as a pocket, but I'm excited to use that on a jelly plate too. That'll be fun. Yeah, that's a good idea. I may use one of these things, to make my pocket inside. Hi, Arlene. It's good to see you. Glad you're here. So I've cut all these things out, and then I'll decide what I want to make my pocket out of. But probably I'll make my pocket out of one of these items. Did she say to put that pocket inside the front cover or inside the back cover? Yeah, well, I noticed that, after Lisa said she would make all these for everybody, and she already had them, I think, probably out in the mail, then I noticed that that Becky said, 6 to 10 people. And if we only do one side of the paper, this book will only do 6 people. So I'm not sure how that'll work out. Okay, let me cut out some of this needle book here. She narrowed it to 5 today. Okay. Well, that's good to know. This may end up being my pocket because it's it doesn't really take off anything important to make it the size of the book. Are y'all's chat going away? My chat keeps going away and then coming back, and then going away and then coming back. Sorry, y'all. My allergies are really, really bad today. I took some allergy medicine and it worked a while, but I guess it's been too long since I took it. It's not happy anymore. Hi, Danny. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Hey, Rose. Glad you're back. I'm trying to work on my traveling journal cover. I decided my theme is going to be vintage sewing. So I'm using copies of some of my grandmother's sewing stuff that she left me with her sewing machine. I want to make a journal about her and use the real stuff in it. So I'm not using the real stuff in this, but I'm going to use part of I'm going to use the copies of the real stuff. Oh. Hi, Tanya. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. I'm sorry I didn't get all this stuff cut out beforehand, but I got a chance to visit with I started to say my oldest childhood friend. Maybe I should say the friend I've had the longest. I don't ever remember her not being part of my life. Her mom and dad and my mom and dad were friends before either one of us were born. And she's about a year and a half, not quite 2 years younger than I am. And so we've been friends all our lives. It's we haven't had a chance to visit with each other much lately. And in fact, she's now my stepsister because my dad passed away about goodness, I want to say 10 years ago, 2007, maybe 11 years ago. And her mom passed away 5 years ago. Anyway, 3 years ago, her dad and my mom got married, and it's just so much fun to watch them. They're so cute together. And it's nice that our families were such good friends already. That made it so much easier. But now I got to decide what I'm going to do with all this stuff. But that's not all. See, I've still got more stuff. More stuff. Anyway, I got a chance to visit with her today, and so I was not going to let that go. And I could have cut this stuff out while I was visiting with her if I had it copied already, but I didn't have it copied until after she was gone. I'm just going to collage a bunch of this stuff on there. It may not all, you won't get to see all of any of it. And I may not, this may just all be my grandmother's stuff and not this pattern at all, but I love that pattern. I don't know if those girls will, if it'll even fit on here. Well, this one would. I could just do part of it. Luckily, I made more than one copy of it, so I think I'll do that. I'll just use her. And I may not even use her. She may end up getting pushed to the side. Hi, Becky. It's good to see you. We were just discussing the traveling journal. That's what I'm doing, is decorating my traveling journal. The front cover of it. I'm making my theme vintage sewing. And I'm using mostly my grandmother's stuff. that she left me with her sewing machine. But I may use this pattern. It's the only thing I've got here that's not part of her stuff. It's hard to know what to do. I could do another copy reduced. And if I don't like this, I may do that. But I didn't have time to go do it before I got started. And this is what I had planned to do tonight. I'm going to use that as my inside pocket. So I'm trying to decide if if having everything, you know, on here is more important to me, or if it's more important to me to go ahead and get it done. Oh, I think this is actually going to look pretty cute, just like this. I kind of like it just like that. What do y'all think? Is that being too, I don't know what you'd call it. I would love if everybody would do a sewing theme in my book. I thought that's what having a theme meant, is that everybody would do something that has to do with what your theme is. But I'm not going to be upset if somebody doesn't have vintage sewing stuff or sewing stuff at all and they don't want to do a sewing theme. But I would love it if people in my group would do sewing pages. I think that would be wonderful. So now if I do this, okay, let me. We had talked about maybe putting lace across the top and bottom. I hope I'm in your group too, Ruth. I would love it if all of you lovely people were in my group. But if we only have 5 people in the group, that can't happen. Good grief, excuse me. Yeah. Somewhere I have a really old weathered yellow fabric measuring tape, and I looked and looked for that to make a copy of it to use, and I couldn't find it anywhere. So that was a little frustrating. I have plenty of stuff to use. What I'm trying to decide is, do I like the way it looks like this, or would I rather, or maybe Hannah borrowed it. That's possible. That's possible because she loves old stuff too. But that one's not one she would have used to measure something with, because it's obvious that it's old, and you know, we have a million of those plastic ones. But I guess I'm trying to decide if I like this enough, or if I want to shrink everything down, and so I can get more stuff on here. And I'm going to use this as my pocket. Becky, did you say whether the pocket goes in the front or the back cover? This, yeah. I'm going to use this for my pocket inside, I think. It goes in the back. Okay. I was wondering if the pocket was supposed to go in the front or in the back of the book. I thought inside the back cover. And then do you put your lines for people to put their name and stuff above the pocket, I guess? Okay. Well, that works for me. Um, goodness. I think I'm going to try just distressing the edges of these pieces, and I may just do it like this. Where's my distressing tool? Okay, I don't know if these papers are thin enough that if they're too thin for this to really work. Hi, Dawn. It's good to see you. I'm also going to maybe use a little bit of, this works really great to distress the edges of like thick book paper for a journal. It's not wanting to work quite as good for this, but or maybe I just don't know how to do it. But these are really old, and the real ones were very distressed, so I want the copies to be distressed too. Yeah, the pattern does need some inking, and it the real pattern was a little more yellowed than that, but it didn't that part didn't come, show up very good in the copying. Come on. This is Tim Holtz distressing tool, and I got it at Hobby Lobby, I think. I think it was about $6.99 or something like that. And of course, I used my 40% off coupon. I rarely buy anything that I don't use a coupon for. If I need more than one thing, I take my kids with me and give them some cash and let them buy it. So, no, that's not true. Sometimes when they're already on sale, I buy them when I don't have to use a coupon. Dump some tea over the pattern envelope. Yeah, that would probably be a good idea. You know what y'all are doing, don't you? You're making me think about not finishing this tonight and doing something else, because it's shrinking the pages and tea dyeing them. So I may have to go and try some of that and then come back and put it together. I'm going to see what I can do with, yeah, that would work perfect. And I don't have I haven't made up my coffee alcohol spray yet. I need to do that. See, if I had that done, I would be all prepared. It works pretty good till you get close to the edges. And then it doesn't work as good anymore. Yeah, drag Scott with you. Yeah. I mean, why not? Yeah, my husband and both of my kids have the app on their phone too. Of course, my kids both now that they're older, they both got their own crafty things going on, and so when they come with me, they're wanting to use their own, coupon for their own purchases. Um, so it's not quite as handy as it used to be. Okay, those two are kind of distressed. I have some, I think it's sepia ink pad, and so that's probably what I'll use to go around them after I get them distressed. That's really cool. Jeffrey Scott the Scott. Yeah. And my mother's family was English and Scottish. My father's family was Irish and American Indian. So, and I think my husband's family had some German and I'm not sure what all. So my kids are really Heinz 57s. They can be a part of anybody, I guess. Yeah, the alcohol makes it dry fast. That's the nice thing about using alcohol as your base, or at least as part of your base for an ink or a spray. I have some, let me see if I can find it, some walnut stain or something like that I could spray on it. But it might be too dark. It's a little scary. Those sprays, are not so reliable, and sometimes they just splurt out big blobs, and that would not be what I want. Well, my dad had a picture of his great-great-grandmother. His great-great? Maybe it's his great-grandmother. One or the other. She's either a great-great for him or she's a great-great for me. And it was very obvious that she was of Native American ancestry. What I'm dubious about is which nation she was a part of. But she's where the shortness came into our family. So I really ought to, look into that. But anyway. Are you going to post the picture of it, Janet? I want to see it. I think it's cool that we both wanted to do vintagey themes, but not the same vintagey theme. That's neat. Thank you, Janet. Okay. I'm almost through distressing, and then we'll do some inking, and then we'll see if I like the way it looks. After that, I'll go ahead and do it like this. If not, then I'll wait till we get through tonight, and I'll shrink it down and video a little bit of putting it together tomorrow if it doesn't if I don't like it enough done this way. I may need to glue this onto something else. Oh, I'm so glad, Janet. I'm glad that they were immediately useful to you and you didn't have to try to come up with something to do with them. That's neat. Well, I love those. I haven't used them in anything yet, but I will. I will. Okay. I think I'm actually going to just tear this one because since it's obviously not the whole thing there, I think it will look better torn. It's kind of hard to do that when your hand doesn't go around it all the way. I'm trying to remember if I've seen Kathy's journal cover. I've seen somebody's. I just can't remember whose it was. But whoever it was lovely. I end up looking at stuff and look at so many things I forget whose stuff I've seen. I don't know why I'm worrying about tearing that because I'm going to put lace on the edge. So it'll be all right. Okay. Now then, let me get this ink pad and see if we can ink this up a little bit. Hi, Susan. It's good to see you. We have a couple of Susans now. This one's called sepia. So I'm hoping that it will be a good one to edge with. I don't know. I probably don't need to edge that one right there because I'm going to have to cut it down to fit inside the book. Unless I do it like that, and no, that won't work because I need my lined paper above it. So definitely have to cut it down. I love the idea of the traveling journal. I've watched people, watched people do videos and the journals traveling from place to place, and everybody did a video. I'm trying to think of who it was that I watched, who the people involved were in the one that I watched like that, but I can't remember who it was. It was a while ago, back before I worried about who filmed what, because I wasn't making videos or trying to share information with anybody. I was just enjoying it. Well, get busy, Rose. It's okay to eat and run. We're glad you had time to come eat and be here for a little bit. And now I have 466 subbies. Yay! I better get on the stick with getting my stuff together for my 500 subby giveaway. It's when I decided I was going to do a 500 subby giveaway, it seemed like it was going to be, a year from now, but it might be sooner. Anyway, I think I've decided how I'm going to have people enter, but I haven't figured out how I'm going to choose people yet. I think I'll probably give each person that enters a number and then go to random.org and have it pick a number for me. I don't know another way to do it very easily. Oh, I'm sorry, Tanya, but getting an RV and traveling sounds really like great fun to me. I would love to do that. I would love to do that someday, maybe. Right now, I still want to be here in case my mom needs anything or my husband's dad needs anything. Don't want to be off traveling. Okay, now for this. I'm a little scared of what I want to do to age this a little bit. This is really dark. If I tried to just wipe it on here, it would be way, way, way too dark. So, yeah, if you don't get too far away, it wouldn't be bad to make a quick trip home. But right now, my husband has to work, so maybe when he retires, we can go do that. But he's a long way from retirement. He's on Wednesday. He'll be 46, so he's put some ink on the glass and spray. That's a great idea, Beck. I'm gonna try it. Okay, let me find. I don't have glass, but I've got this piece of plastic. It's got a pretty pattern on one side, and then it's flat on the other side. So I'll use this side. Let me move this stuff so I won't accidentally get it all over everything. Some water. Oh. That's a how long a trip is that, Tanya, from South Dakota to Florida? It seems like that would be a long trip, but my geography is not what it should be. I think I just messed this up. I don't think I helped it at all. Okay, this probably was not the plan. It probably wasn't even exactly um, what Aunt Beck meant when she said put some ink down on the glass and spray with water. It looks very, I don't know. Can't hurt it now to do a little more, I guess. Yeah, I don't like it. Spray the glass with alcohol. Okay, that's what I should have done to begin with. I wasn't thinking. Because it is a, well, let's see if that's any better. Of course, it's already messed up now, so it probably doesn't. I don't know. It looks like it's got some funky rusty mold on it. I don't know. Let it dry. Okay, I'll let it dry. I don't think it's going to look any better. But you might prove me wrong. I just saw Shannon Green do a video today where she used her alcohol ink wipe up paper towels, and yeah, I was going for vintage. Well, it looks vintage. um, and she used them to make papers with. It was really cool. Hi, Aristy. I'm doing good. Except I'm not sure I'm happy with this, but other than that, I'm doing good. Let me dry it a little bit. Okay. Well, that doesn't look vintage so much as, well, rusty mold. That's all I can think of when I look at it. So I'm going to have to do something different because I'm not very excited. Yeah, wasn't that great, Arlene? I loved her papers. It made me want to dig through all my paper towel papers and see if I have any that have ink on them or if they're all painty. Okay, I'm not liking this. You like it, Tanya? It looks grungy, all right. That's true. I wasn't really going for grungy. I was going for vintage. Oh, dear. Hi, Kathy. It's good to see you here. Oh, I may need a grungy kid in the future. That's true. Well, I won't throw her away, but I'm not excited about her. So let's see what we can do without her. Um, I have some other things that I didn't cut out that I could use. We've got, right now, we've got that, and this for my inside pocket. I could put her on it. She's a little bit, no, she's too tall. I forgot about that. Well, I could use this. Let's see if this would fit. I could use this part. It looks vintagey. Let's try that. Let's cut it right here, and then we'll decide where to put it. Well, we're still trying to figure this out, Susan. I tried to vintagey up this girl, and she just looks like she's rusty, so we're not going to use her. But I may use this instead. And just put it like that. That's needs to come off some. Okay, let's see if this is better. See if I can make that scoot over, and so we can see a little bit more of this. Okay. So what do we think about this? Yeah, Kathy, they've been bragging on your traveling journal cover. I'm gonna have to go see it. I know I saw somebody's that I thought was really beautiful, but I can't remember if it was yours or not. So I'm gonna go back and look again and make sure. I can't remember whose it was. I think this is what I'm gonna do. Oh yeah, that's great, Mary. I love your stamps. I think you definitely should put that on there. Okay. Now then, hope I can remember where everything's supposed to go. We'll put it kind of like that. We'll start with this one. Oh, I didn't vintage this one. Where'd my stamp go? I didn't distress it either. And I think the top of it is kind of messy here. Okay, let me straighten that up just a little bit. Once again, I don't think it matters because I'm putting the lace over it, and I wasn't thinking about that. So we won't worry about that. We'll just glue it down. Okay, glue. Well, what am I going to use to put my glue on? Just 1 second, folks. Sorry. Okay. I'll just use this because I have a million of these deli sheets. When you buy a box of these things, you have them forever. Okay. I'm going to stand up here so I can try to get this as neat as possible. Okay. All right, we're going to do all right, I'm going to do this one first because everything else goes on top of it. Hubby made you dinner, Kathy. That's wonderful. My hubby was still at work when I started streaming, so he's usually home by now, but guess he had extra stuff he needed to do. He's probably home by now, but at 7 o'clock he wasn't home. And now this one. No, don't fly away. Got the air conditioner going and it's blowing everything away. Those deli papers are so lightweight, they don't need a whole lot of help to blow away. Let me see how we're going to make sure I've got this figured out here. Okay. I'm probably missing something in chat because I'm busy looking at this. Oh, thank you, Kathy. I don't know if you were here when I told them, but These are copies I made of stuff that was in my grandmother's sewing machine when she gave it to me, except for the pattern. The pattern was something I found in the thrift store, but everything else was in her sewing box. And I want to make a journal about her, so I saved the originals for that, and then I'm using the copies for this. Okay. Hi, Suze. I'm glad you're here. It's good to see you. And, oh, my fingers are getting gross. One more. I will probably put a spray sealer over this so everything will stay put good. Let me get that out of the way. Well, there it is. And then it was shut. Just like that. I may wish I'd had a little more something over here now that I'm thinking about putting the lace. I may put the lace like this instead, because I really don't want to lose this where it says, remember to sew firmly. Yes, there's going to be a pick 10. I always save that for last because Mary wants to leave when we do the pick 10. And so, so I always save it for last, but we will do one. And I'm going to put this inside here for my pocket. I'm going to turn this under on both sides, and that's what I'm going to glue down. So maybe it'll make a little bit of a gusset, and then things can fit in there easier. That's my thought at the moment anyway. Remember to sew firmly. That's right. So if you're going to be sewing on those snaps, you need to do it firmly. Okay. Let me get some double-sided tape. I think that's what I'm going to use for this. Okay, that's fine. Mary, you just do whatever you want to do. I don't mind either way. Won't hurt my feelings if you decide not to do it. I just like to watch you have fun with it. Oops. No, come back. Sorry, y'all. There we go. Probably should have put my lined paper on there first so it could go down inside. Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can find the cough drop. Hi, Linda. Yeah, those allergies just go nuts. Drive me crazy. Did I miss Eva? Hi, Eva. I got your tag today. It was so beautiful. I made a little video right before I started this, but I haven't uploaded it yet. So I'll do that later tonight. But I loved it. Loved it, loved it. I had my friend, who's now also my sister, come over to visit me today. And so I showed it to her. So I actually peeked at it before I made the video. I confessed that on the video, though. Oh, use that one for the sign-in page? Yeah. But I think if there's only going to be 5 people, I could put plenty of space, for 5 people right there. I just need to find me a some kind of vintage paper to do that with. Ah, right there. See that? So there could be the in and the name and the out. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, let's see. Okay. Well, I cut that really crooked. I should get my cutter out, but then I'd have to find a place to set it, and that could be problematic too. Okay, I'm going to put that in there. And then I'm going to put my name and address right here. And then I'm going to let everybody write their stuff here. Let's ink this real quick too. Yeah, this is my pocket, Eva. That's my pocket. Becky, what are we supposed to put on the inside the front cover? Oh, that's a great idea, Eva. Put your lined paper on the tab. That's great. That was smart. I want to write on this. I'm going to write received, name, and sent on top of those so that okay. So let me write this down. Name and address, type of paper, gesso or not, and theme. Okay, I will do that. Well, you can't read my handwriting here, but maybe when they see sent over here, they'll understand that that says received. Okay, I'll finish writing that in later. Let's glue this baby down. Where am I? Here it is. Okay. Now I just have to decide how I'm gonna, where my lid to my, there it is, glue stick is, how I'm gonna put the lace on here. If I want it across here, going all the way around, or if I want it on the edge here. I think I like it on the edge like that. Thanks, Kathy. On the edge. Okay. I like it when people agree with me. Oh, let's do it back like this again so that I can do them both without putting it down on top of each other. A little more right on the edge there. It's going to not stick on the edge. Okay. I'm going to put it like that, and then I will come back and cut it off. I think this one looks better too, Danny. You know, sometimes mistakes just make things better. Just little happy accidents. Okay, that's going to be my cover. At least at this moment, that's how it's going to be. Yeah, well, most of the stuff came from my grandma's sewing box, so I'm glad it reminds you of yours too. All right, I'm going to put this up out of the way. Let that dry. I have a question for y'all. Let me get some of this other stuff up out of the way. I got, well, I got too many of these things. All my leftover stuff that I didn't use. Okay. All right, put those all out of the way. Now then, I got one of these. I just got the raw piece that hasn't been made into a custom keeper yet, because I haven't decided if I want to make it into a journal or if I want to make it into one of those things that holds all your paintbrushes or pens and stuff like that. And so, oh, hi, Nana. It's good to see you here. And thank you, Mary. I'm glad you liked it. Janet, I'm glad you liked it too. I'm thinking about painting on this because it's not that pretty. And that's why I ordered one of these scraps, because I knew I was going to want to paint on it. Mary, I know you've painted on one of her custom keepers. Has anybody else painted on one of these that Shannon Green makes? I'm wanting to paint on it. This is her. Oh, I'll try to remember to link her Etsy store, because that's really hard to read. Deco Gold. You used Deco Gold Metallic. Janet, did you paint on yours, or did you keep it just like she had it? Oh, Eva, I wish you had those old patterns now too. Wouldn't that be a treasure trove? She says to gesso it first and then use alcohol inks. Oh, that sounds marvelous. Okay, I think I'm going to gesso this real quick, and then we'll set it aside. And maybe I'll paint it on another live stream or something. But you've got me excited about that, using alcohol inks on it. That'll be fun. Mary says she stenciled with Yes Paste, heated it, and it works fine. Cool. Well, when I got them, and my daughter saw them, and of course she had to have one. I got 4 of them because I knew that one would not be enough. But she said that she wanted one, so I told her to choose whichever one she wanted because I was going to paint on mine. So she took the prettiest one, which is fine, totally fine. But then I told her I was going to paint on it, and she goes, "Well, won't the paint crack when you fold it?" And I said, "I don't think so. I've seen other people do it." So I hope Melissa's not paying attention to what she's videotaping. She's just videotaping. I mean, just paying attention to the other stuff. I would sure hate for her to get in an accident because she's trying to give her flock some fun things to look at. Of course, I don't know how fun it would be. Driving in New York City scares me. Let me find the paintbrush here. I've been reorganizing everything, and I thought it was going to help me, be able to find everything, but well, ow! Oh my goodness! I just made a horrible, horrible mess all over everything. Y'all are just going to have to excuse me a minute. The lid came off my gesso, and it is everywhere. It is everywhere. It is on my journal. It is on my abandoned places book. So I've got to it is on my floor. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to do some heavy duty I don't even know what you'd call it. Cleanup's not a good enough word. Okay, just take that off because it's going to need a lot more than one wipe to clean this mess up. Okay, y'all just visit for a minute. Oh, good grief. Oh, my. Oh, and I just set that journal right down in a big blob of gesso. I'm going to be very gessoed tonight. Yes, you can make a mess on live TV. That's just come watch Lisa. Oh, and look here. My tape. Yes, with gesso. It's going to be all glued together now. Oh, boy. I may have lost that. May not be usable. I don't think I have ever made this big of a mess in my studio, ever. And I have to do it live. I can't even edit it out. Oh, boy. I'm glad I got an economy size diaper wipes. I got some major mist going on. Oh, didn't really want to put mist on the cover of my book, though. I hope my husband's not peeking in and watching this. Oh, goodness. No, if he was watching, he would probably be kind enough to come out and help me. It is literally on everything except my computer. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. It didn't get on my computer, but it got on everything else that's on the table. My computer's guardian angel was working hard. The pen. Both pair of scissors. Probably should have left that mist on there. It looked kind of good. I haven't even got to the floor yet, y'all. I'm still trying to clean up the stuff on my table. I don't have my phone out here. I'd call my daughter and tell her to come out and help me clean this mess up. And then I cleaned off that tape and just set it right back down on top of some more gesso. Boy, I am befuddled. Oh, goodness. Well, I now have some gesso on my underpaper here. I'll have to move that too before I can do anything else, or I'll just end up with more of a mess. Okay, I'm finally getting somewhat making some headway here. See, I should have just waited. Goodness gracious. Okay, now for the floor. While I was cleaning up all that other stuff, some of it dried on the floor, so it's not going to be easy to clean up. Okay. I'm surprised anybody's still here. Oh, y'all are faithful friends. Oh, goodness. Step one, cover everything with gesso. That's right. See, I hadn't even got a pick 10. If I get use gesso on my pick 10 tonight, I'm going to throw it away. Got all over my cover here. Guess it's not as bad as it could have been. I should be grateful for that instead of upset that it got on there, but could have been much worse. Could have got on my computer. That would have definitely been worse. All right, we'll just let that dry and use the other. It even got in my baby wipe container. Goodness gracious. It literally did get absolutely everything except my computer. So grateful for that. Okay. Clean my hands a little bit here. Look. Oh. I'm just not going to worry about my hands anymore, and I'll come back and clean them up later. Okay. Wipes container has been salvaged. Okay, well now let's see if we can spread some of this around since we made such a big mess. I didn't want a very thick coat of gesso, but it sat there in a blob, and so it got really thick right there. I was thinking I didn't want to leave a bunch of brush marks on it, but that's obviously going to happen whether I want it or not. So let's see if we can clean off this brush pretty good, and then I'll stick it in some water. Let me find some place to put this. Wow. Where do I put it? Okay, I found a place. If y'all saw my studio, you would realize that there's not many places to put something that's covered in gesso. Especially when it's that huge. Okay. Oh my goodness, looky there. Okay, got to work on that too. Sorry. This is what not to do night at Lisa's place. That is going to stick everything together. Come on. Well, my pretty book it's well baptized. No excuse not to work in it now. Oh. All right, now I need to put some of that someplace and let it dry too. Okay, let me get a different journal and our Pick-10 card, not sticks, and we'll go ahead and persevere. Okay, y'all still want to play? Oh, hi, Laura. Did I miss anybody else while I was trying to clean up my mess? Okay, y'all still want to play? Well, I'm still ready to play if y'all want to play. There's one we did where I melted my envelope. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm going to work right here where I've got, yeah, I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to work on this and then these two pieces and have to try to make all of those go together. That's going to be my goal because I'm not gessoing them. So we're going to start with a white page here. Oh, okay. Bye-bye, Mary. Thank you for sticking around so long. Okay, Pick-10. Let's start with number 1, but no gesso. That's right. Oh, goodness. If it says gesso, it's going back in the pot. Oh, bye-bye, Mary. We'll give you a minute so you can get out before we get started. Don't want to mess up your fun by having you see it. Oh, look at that. Even my ring. It's got gesso all over it. I have to take it somewhere and get it cleaned. Okay, I am going to find me some parchment. There it is. Some parchment paper to go protect this because as you've seen tonight, I'm very capable of making big messes, and I don't want to take any chances with anything else. Okay. Now let's go in a little bit more here. Let's give it a little more space. Okay. And I'm going to tape these together so they'll stay put. All right. Now then, we're going to call ourselves ready to go. Toothpaste and a toothbrush. That's a good idea, Janet. That's a good idea. I used to, when I worked for an orthodontist before I had kids, and we had an ultrasonic cleaner, and I always cleaned my rings in there. It would be nice. That was always nice. That made them so pretty. Whew. Okay. A baby wipe. Oh. Well, I do clean mine with a toothbrush and toothpaste. I just hadn't thought about the fact that might be enough to get this off, but it probably would. It probably would. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Darren. Did you see my big mess? Or did you just now come in? Yes, you did. Okay. You didn't come out and help me clean it up? Gee, I thought you loved me. My husband's been lurking while I was cleaning all that mess up. It didn't get on the computer, honey. Not even a drop. Okay. Stick number 1. Use silver. Silver anything. Silver paint, silver fingernail polish, silver. I guess you could use real silver if you got some, but silver something. Okay. So there's number 1. Use silver. Okay, see if my brain can get back in gear here and figure out something to do with silver. I have a silver pen. I could doodle in silver. I have silver paint. I could paint in silver. I guess that's really the only 2 silver things I've got. Yeah, I'm going to have to take me a nice long bath tonight before I come to bed. Don't think a shower will do it. Okay, silver. Let's see. Here's some sterling silver paint. And let's put the wipes back over here because you know I'm going to need them. We'll paint with a card here. Aluminum foil. Yeah, you could use aluminum foil. It's silver in color. I've got some of that aluminum tape. I could use it and tape these 2 pages together. Uh-oh. Oh. When I decorated the front, I did it upside down. So now I've got this open spot in here. So I can put something in there. I need to remember that while I'm working. Okay. Let's put down some silver paint because my brain's not able to think very out of the box at the moment. I do think I want to leave those open because I might want to put something inside them. But I can use a baby wipe and wipe off that plastic if I get silver on it. So. Alrighty, let's do that. Let's clean that window off there. Clean this window off. Okay. Spread that a little bit more so it can dry. Okay. Have y'all figured out some silver? Who else playing? I think Becky said she was playing. Is anybody else playing? Drying now. Yep, I'm going to need to do that too. Ruth's playing. Sue's playing. I did it again. I think that's going to be my signature in this journal is to make wilty pages. Okay. Yeah, that's fine, Kathy. So that's fine. Um, it's okay for as many people as want to just watch me make a mess. Okay, so we've got Becky and Sue and Ruth and Danny playing along. So, all right, 4 people. That's good. I got to dry a little more. I don't have a prompt that says melt something. Maybe I should. I'm glad you like watching me make a mess because I'm definitely doing it today. Oh, okay. Are y'all through with your silver? Are you ready to go on? Becky's ready. Oh, Danny's ready. Sue's ready. As soon as Ruth's ready, we'll move on. Not trying to rush you, Ruth. I don't mind sitting here a minute. I'm kind of tired. Oh, but she's ready. So here we go. Okay. Number 2 says add ephemera. Ephemera can be anything that you would normally throw away, like tickets or receipts or anything. So, add ephemera. There's number 2. Let's put these over here. Number 1, use silver. Number 2, add ephemera. So what do I want to add to this? I do have receipts. I have to show you all this sometime, but if you paint on the receipts and then or like over a stencil, and then you heat them up with a heat gun, then the part that you didn't paint on turns black, and you're left with these. This is Amazon gift tags. These square ones. They make great ones. Aren't those fun? So this is ephemera that's been painted on. So I think I'm going to add some of it. Well, thank you, Kathy. I want everybody that's wanting to play along to have the chance. I think I'm just going to do something like that. Or I could use that one and put some at I've got I think I'll use those skinny ones. But those things on the these are really fun to make. So hi Trisha. We've just started a pick 10. Number 1 was use silver. Number 2 is add ephemera. And I did some painting on some receipts a while back, and that's what I'm going to use as my ephemera. So, oh, bye, Tanya. I'm glad you hung out with us for a while. I'm going to put this on here. Actually, I could stick that inside there and let that be what peeks through. If I can get it to go in my wilted my wilted envelope here. Oh, melted-y. Let's see. That's really gonna bug me. Okay. So we could do that. I'm glad you visited, Tanya. Bye-bye. These are really fun to do, Laura. I had a blast making them. And it's something that you would normally throw away, you know, a receipt. So that makes it even cooler. I'm trying to decide if I want to add more, if I just want to have it peeking through that window. I will. I'll do a video on it. I'll do that, or I might do it next Monday night. I could do that next Monday night. How about that? Would y'all like that? We can do it next Monday night. Okay, we'll do that. We'll work on receipts next Monday night. Okay, I'm going to break that one, and I'm just going to do it up here and down there. And I think, where did my scissors go? I cleaned up everything, and I don't know where I put anything. I was trying to get everything out of the way. Okay. Yeah, let's glue that down. Okay. think I'm going to add a little bit more here. Just for kicks. Since nobody's told me they're ready yet. Y'all let me know when you're ready. I definitely don't mind waiting, but I don't want y'all waiting on me because I don't have ESP. Okay. Ruth's ready, Sue's ready, Danny's ready. Becky will be ready in a minute, I'm sure. So I'm gonna stop right there. Although I could stick this one up here. Oh, I think I'm going to. Oh, Becky's ready, so I have to hurry. I'm gonna stop. I always say that, and then I add a little bit more because more is more better. Okay. All righty. Let's go to number 3. Number 3 says paint red circles. Paint red circles. Okay. Red circles. I have, I'm going to cheat. In here somewhere, I have some circles I cut out of red painty paper. So if I can find some of those, that's what I'm going to use. That's not exactly red. Okay, where are my painting ones? I'm not sure how many of these red painty circles I'm going to put on there, but okay. Okay, I'm just going to put a bunch of them down. Bye-bye, Arlene. Ooh, glazed sweet potatoes. Sounds yummy. Hopefully I'll get to doodle or something. I can turn these into flowers. When you're counting on getting a doodle prompt, then it probably won't come because I'm Kenda Murphy. Let's go ahead and put some of these little tiny ones down here. Oh, no, it stuck to my finger. Okay. Now then, let me press those down. Alrighty. You go ahead and dry, Becky. That's perfectly fine. I kind of cheated with my red circle, so I don't mind waiting at all. In fact, I'm kind of relieved to get the chance to relax for a minute. Oh. Okay, Becky's ready. Anybody else ready? Boy, this looks even wilder through the computer than it does in person. Oh, Danny's ready. I hope y'all's is looking better than mine is. But tonight, I'm going to be happy with whatever I get after that gesso debacle. Danny's ready, Ruth's ready, Becky's ready, Sue's ready. Okay, here we go. Stick number 4. It says use washi tape. Use washi tape. Okay. Alrighty, let me find some washi tape. Okay, I've got some homemade washi tape that I have not used hardly at all. See if any of these will go with this. That one would probably go okay. That one is pretty, but it would not go with this. Let's see about any of these. No, I'm going to go with this first one here. And I made this so long ago, I'm not even sure it'll come up off of here. So, stick number 4, use washi tape. Decide where I'm going to. Ooh, mine's going to be definitely not. It's not going to be in any kind of beautiful way here. It's just going to be stuck on there. So we'll see. Well, Eva, we're on stick number 4 of the Pick-a-Stick, and it says use washi tape. I'm using some of my homemade washi tape, and it is not coming off clean and pretty, so I'm just sticking it on there all unruly. Three was paint red circles. So we've got use silver. That's number 1. Add ephemera. I painted this silver, and then I added some receipts that I had painted on. That's my ephemera. And then paint red circles. And I had cut out some red circles from some painty paper. So that's what I used for that one. And then it says use washi tape. And so that's what I just did. So that's 4. Silver, ephemera, red circles, and washi tape. And this is truly a mess. And my red circles are not wanting to stay put. That glue stick's not sticking stuff down very good to this silver paint. That's really weird because it sticks stuff down good most places. Oh well. What can I say? Nothing's working out quite. I'm not sure what. Oh, not sure what. Okay, Becky's ready. How am I going to do that? I might cut this window out so that this will lay flat again. That's probably how I'm going to use my X-Acto knife. And my real X-Acto knife is in the house, so I'm going to use this one. This is a Scotch knife, not an X-Acto knife, but it's going to have to work. Okay, I need something to put under there so I don't cut it. Okay, I'm going to stick this little thing under there. Okay. Ah, see, I like it better already. That's all it took. I just needed an X-Acto knife. Okay. I think I am going to tape that down with some clear tape, though, so that it'll stay put. Alrighty, there we go. The prompt number 5 was use X-Acto knife. That works, Ruth. Anything that those hole punchers are, they have knives in them. They cut things. That's fine, Becky. You're the artist. You have the right to skip something. If I get use gesso, I'm skipping it. So you can skip use X-Acto knife if you want to. Still trying to clean my hands while I'm waiting. Ruth is ready. Becky is skipping. We'll let Danny and Sue finish whatever they're doing with their X-Acto knife, or whatever they decide to do with whatever cutting instrument. I'm glad I put on my painty shirt tonight because it's got gesso all over it, and my other shirt would be all gesso-y if I hadn't put this on. So, well, I really did a number on it too, just like everything else. Danny and Suze, let us know when you're ready. Okay, see, I shouldn't have to remind you. You're grown-ups. Tell me when you're ready. I don't mind, though. Okay. Stick number 6 says dots. Okay, dots. I have dots already, so I have to put some more dots. I may pull some more dots out of here and put them on the centers of my flowers. That would be fun. I cut out a whole bunch of stuff to use as planets for reverse collage. And while I was at it, I cut out a bunch of butterflies and a bunch of these little flowers. So I got a whole bunch of all kinds of different stuff in here all together. So trying to find something that I want to use may take a few minutes. Luckily, it doesn't say how big or small the dots need to be, so. Okay, there's a plethora of dots. Surely there's some in there that I can use. Okay, let's see. Is there anything here that will actually look good on the page? Okay, there's that one looks good. I'm going to go ahead and glue it down. And that one right there. And that one right there. My hands are all gluey. Okay, let's see. See if I got any more places I need to put dots. Oh, right there. We'll do that one. Okay. I'm happy with that amount of dots. Okay. So, all right, y'all are ready. You've already all dotted stuff. Well, y'all are fast now. See, I got on to you and you really got with the stick. Okay. Stick number 7 says found relatives or actual relatives. In other words, a photo or a magazine picture or something of a person. Unless you want to have some animal relatives, I guess. I prefer people relatives. But I do have a dog, and he's part of the family. So, okay, find you some people. And most of my people are in the house. So let me think of what I can find some people out here. Okay. I'm going to look in this Oklahoma Indian Country Guide. These may not be the Indian relatives that I belong with, but I'm going to use one of them. And I like her. She has character. That may be the one I use. Let's see what else. Ooh, though, look at that. Look a little further because there might be somebody else. That's a pretty picture too. I think that's the one I'm going to use because it's smaller. Okay, and I may use the lady in black and white too because I just really liked her face. Let me find her. Maybe she can be these guys' relative too. Oh, though I don't think I want to cut her out and mess up this picture because that's really a gorgeous picture. So I'm just going to use these guys right here as my relatives. So where do I put them? Well, this page is getting wilder all the time, isn't it? Now comes composition. So where's the... Well, that would work. I could just cover up everything right there. I can't decide. I'm going to take off a little bit from this side. A little bit from this side. so that it'll fit either place. You wouldn't mind them being something, Eva? I'm going to try not to read much into that. Let's see. Where? I can't decide. What do you think? Tell me. Some of you who are not looking for relatives. Do you think right here or up here? Or should I put these guys here and find someone else, another relative to go down here? See, I wouldn't mind having relatives that cover both pages. Just cover it up with relatives. And then this mess wouldn't even show. You like it on the right? Like right there? In the middle, Eva, like that, or somewhere else? Yes, Holly says right there. Okay. I need to cut off a little bit more. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and take off a little bit more and have it framed just a little bit by the silver stuff on the page. Okay. Okay, Ruth is ready. She must have had relatives just waiting in the wings. Okay, I'm going to need to frame this with something. We'll see what comes out next. We only have 3 more to go, so right now this looks like a chaos. These poor guys are riding into chaos. That is a beautiful painting. Okay, Ruth's ready and Danny's ready. Hi, Dawn. I'm glad you're here. Aunt Beck is ready. Suze? Okay, Dawn, let me tell you real quick what we've done so far. Prompt number 1 was use silver. Prompt number 2 was add ephemera. Prompt number 3 was paint red circles. Prompt number 4 was use washi tape. Prompt number 5 was use X-Acto knife. Prompt number 6 was dots. And prompt number 7 was found relatives or actual relatives. So that's what we've done so far. Make those. I didn't realize they're there, but anyway, you can see them. So that's a good thing. Oh, somehow I lost chat again. Good grief. It is very colorful, Janet. Only Janet could come up with something nice to say about this page. You're a sweetheart. Oh, I'm tempted to throw some of this over here just to make it go together. Oh, okay. Suze ready. So let's go to prompt number 8. It says mix powdered pigment with matte medium. You know, Becky, I might could handle some gesso right now, but I can add some powdered pigment with matte medium, and maybe I can come up with something to cover it up. Oh, powdered pigment with matte. Do any of you even have powdered pigment that you can mix with some matte medium? Make it abstract. Yeah, it is, and it'll be more abstract if I do this. Ruth doesn't even have any. So do we want to skip this one, Ruth? Danny doesn't have any either. Becky has eyeshadow. Okay, Ruth's going to skip it. I think I'm going to skip it too, Ruth. I'm going to set it down, but I'm going to move it up here out of the way. And we'll just skip that one and go on. Danny says, yes, skip it. So, all right. This one says use duct tape. Well, here we go. We can, we can just cover it up. Oh, use duct tape. Okay, what kind of duct tape can I put on this that won't just make it worse? Eva's praying. She's praying. Not even sure what to do with duct tape. Oh. Aunt Beck's going to do the powder and the pigment and skip the duct tape. And I'm thinking I might do that too now that we've got duct tape as our next one. So you got a choice. You can do mixed powder with matte medium or you can use duct tape. We'll make those two into one. Or you can be a real rebel and do neither one and just add something else. Okay. Let me get some matte medium and add some powdered pigment to it because this needs some help. Okay, we'll see if this can tone some stuff down. We've got this primary elements, and it's called Stargazer. And that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to cover everything with it, I think. Well, we'll start, and we'll see how it looks. Danny's praying with Eva. Oh, me too, me too. But I'm going to do it anyway because, you know, it can't get worse. It can't get worse, so I don't think it can get worse. I may cover everything except my relatives because I like them. That's the best thing on the page. All right, let me get something to mix this up with. This big jar is some it's Grumbacher acrylic polymer transparentizing medium. And I thought it said it was matte on here somewhere. Where does it say that? It says, oh, this isn't matte, but I've already got it out, so I don't want to waste it. So we're going to use it anyway. This is going to be glossy, but I guess that's okay. And give it a shiny blue sheen over the whole thing. We'll see how it looks. I know that if I hate it, it won't be the first time that somebody's hated something they've done with a Big Ten. So it won't be the first time I have. But okay, I think I'm gonna get a brush to put this on with though. Okay. Let's see what happens when we do this. It doesn't really do a whole lot of anything. I didn't put enough pigment in it, I guess. Okay, well, might as well go over the whole thing since it's not really making a huge amount of difference anyway. Maybe it'll at least glue some stuff down that's trying to come up. All right. Let's find some place to use that. Don't want to waste it. Well, it definitely would have been more effective if I had put more pigment in it, but we're gonna dry now. Oh, that's still. I'm going to draw till everybody else is ready. Okay, Susan, Danny, and Becky are ready. Ruth, did you stop praying and get some work done, or are you still praying? Okay, she's ready. So that was number 8. So number 9 is use lids for circles. Oh my goodness. Dawn caught up already? Wow, you're fast. Use lids for circles. Well, all right. There's one. There's one. Circles and dots and more circles. I know. I know. I'm going to use some black paint. Maybe that'll tone some of this down if I make black circles. I don't think I could hate it anymore. So I shouldn't have said that. Because I'll prove myself wrong here. Oh, goodness. Hold that lid. I don't want to take any chance of throwing black paint everywhere. This is a circle kind of night. It sure is. It sure is. The funny thing is, I usually really like circles, but, you know, you can't have too many, I think. We'll see if I can have too many. Let's use the littler lid now. Let's see. I was wrong. I can like it less. Can you tell I've kind of given up on it? I'm just throwing stuff out there now. Okay, let's just go ahead. Let's just fill it up because, except for my relatives. Oh, I didn't mean to get it. Well, I missed his head. Good. All right. That's about as much mess as I can make with that. Now he's riding into a bubblegum machine. I don't know. It's not a happy place. He's coming, it looks like, from a happy place, but not going into a happy place because it's definitely, whew. Part of me would like to just take this baby wipe and wipe all my circles. Tiny bubbles. These are kind of big bubbles. Okay. I'm going to put some. Alrighty. Well, that's cool, Eva. Okay, I really need to dry this before I go on. Sorry. Okay, y'all may not believe me, but I could really use some gesso right now. Oh, okay. Is everybody ready? Let's see. Okay, let's go on number 10. Let's see what we get for number 10. Use masking tape. So we've got tape and circles tonight. Oh, goodness. Use masking tape. Well, uh, um, Okay. So what do I do with masking tape in this mess? Do I just completely cover it up with masking tape except for my found relatives? Oh, cover the whole page. That's exactly what I'm thinking. But that's the last prompt. I guess I could do another day paint on top of the masking tape. Oh. Then decorate the tape. Yeah. Give give my relatives a frame. I'll definitely do that. I should have used duct tape. Oh, oh well. I got these kinds of masking tape here. I think for a frame I like the blue. If I'm just going to cover everything else up, I might like that. Help me, help me. Okay. Cut the masking tape into flower petals. Oh, Ruth, that's a lot of work. Oh. I'm going to start with making a frame here. Don't want to cover up the wolf or the dog or whatever it is there. I don't want to cover up the relative in the back there. You cut the duct tape with the heart punch. That's a good idea. Okay. Let's I did. I used the baby wipe. It wasn't a prompt, but I did it anyway. And as weird as that looks, it looks better than it did before. Don't want that guy to be black over him. Okay. Yours needs doodling. Doodling would not help mine. Doodle away at Beck. Mine just needs to be thrown away. But I won't throw it away because it's in my book. See, that's the thing about working in a book. It makes you even keep the bad ones, and then you have to decide what to do with them. Well, friends, I feel like y'all just really put up with me tonight between my messes and my horrible page. It was a lot more fun to have a terrible mess and a horrible page with y'all around instead of by myself. I'd have given up a long time ago on this page if y'all weren't here. Okay, well that, such as it is my page for tonight. In all its, whatever it is, it can't call it glory, that's for sure. Oh, but I really do like it better after I smeared the black paint everywhere. It's a challenge. Yeah. I hope your challenge came out better than mine did, Danny. Oh. You liked it at first? I liked it at first too. And it just got worse the further we went. Yay, Suze. I'm glad you're happy with yours. Ruth, are you happy with yours? Becky, Danny, are y'all happy with yours? Danny likes hers good enough. She's going to post it. Yay. Aunt Beck likes hers. Yay. It wasn't a complete fail then. It was only me that only me that felt that way. So that's good. I'm glad. I'm glad everybody else has had a happier night. Needs a few touches. Well, go ahead. If I could think of something I think would make mine look better, I would do it, but I can't think of anything. So it's just going to be like this. I could come back with some pink and swap out. But I'm not going to, at least not tonight. Oh. Well, I thank you guys for hanging out with me. That was a lot of fun, in spite of all my mess ups. Oh, y'all have a great night, okay? God bless you.